Joining us now live this morning from Washington is Senator Alex Padilla. Senator Padilla, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here.
Good morning, Brandy. Yep, we're still working.
Yeah, for people who haven't necessarily been following this as much as obviously you have and we have here at KCRA, explain for them what is the biggest sticking point?
Well, here's the biggest sticking point, right? This is the beginning of the fiscal year for the federal government, and we don't have a budget in place. We don't have a spending plan agreed to because it has to be bipartisan. And so most years we give ourselves an extension of time, if you will, around this time to finish those negotiations. Democrats are standing up for families who are seeing a huge spike in their health care costs. We have these premium tax credits for folks who have gotten their health care through the Affordable Care Act, who covered California, that are about to go up at least $1,000 per family. That can be avoided if we continue the policies of recent years. Instead of working with Democrats to address that, Republicans are choosing to shut the government down because, remember, they're the ones in charge right now. They're the majority in the House. They're the majority in the Senate. They control the White House. This shutdown has been their choice.
What ultimately do you think it's going to take to get this measure passed?
Look, it's not that complicated. All Republicans have to do is come talk to Democrats, negotiate in good faith, and help us address at least this issue. There's a lot of issues that we can, and maybe over time, we'll be putting on the table. But for now, let's address this increase in health care cost that's happening not next year, not by the end of this year, today. When people are signing up for health care or consider changing their plan, it's called open enrollment, and that is now beginning. And so the premiums are now being set, and without the federal government bringing that relief, a lot of people are going to see their health care costs spike. That's what we're working to avoid, and that's what Republicans have to choose, to work with us to do so or continue this government shutdown and inflict pain on the American people.
And what is it that you do say to the federal workers ultimately who are hanging in limbo because of this?
Yeah, it's tough. Look, California is home to more federal workers than any other state in America. More than 150,000 federal employees who now are going to be either furloughed in the near future or be asked to work without pay, eventually made whole when government reopens. But if you start missing a paycheck or two, that's a lot. That's real money for most families. Again, unnecessary. It can and should be avoided. Another thing that I think is important to point out, this isn't the first time the federal government shuts down. It's shut down in the past under both Democratic administrations and Republican administrations. Most presidents in the past have done what they could to keep shutdowns to a minimum and minimize the impact on families across the country. That's not the case today. You've heard Donald Trump say, well, maybe we're going to exploit this shutdown to inflict even more pain, not just on the federal government, not just on federal employees, but families across the country. That's what we're up against, but that just strengthens our resolve to stand up for working families.
Senator Padilla, we have just a few more seconds here for this interview. Despite the fact that Republicans do, as you said, control both the House and Senate, they do insist that voters will blame this shutdown on Democrats. When it comes to the midterm election next year, which party do you think voters will ultimately hold accountable and why?
Yeah, look, I think the contrast couldn't be any more clear. Republicans want to maybe continue the madness of the Donald Trump administration. Democrats want to keep the government open, address your health care costs. Right? Republicans haven't done anything all year long to address the cost of groceries going up, energy costs going up, now healthcare costs going up, and the lawlessness of the Trump administration. That has to change, and the people have the power to do so next midterm elections.
Senator Padilla, will continue to check back in with you to get updates from Washington. Again, we appreciate you joining us this morning.
Thank you so much, Brandy.
Now, we do know that senators voted twice yesterday. Both times, the proposals failed to get the 60 votes needed to pass. So here's what's next. Senators are scheduled to vote at 8 a.m. Pacific time. That is, of course, 11 a.m. Eastern. There are no votes scheduled for tomorrow because of Yom Kippur, but senators are back on Friday and over the weekend until an agreement is reached.